hugely happy to get the place originally because this place was sitting just as a rat trap. It had been empty, and we live across the street. It was very important to us to kind of expand the gardening of the neighborhood. So it sat here empty for years. They were using all sorts of things on it. So we tried for about 6 years to buy it, and finally it came up. A friend ended up with it on Craigslist.
Craigslist?
They found it on Craigslist, knew that we wanted, turned around and flipped it over to us. And so we got a great deal. Don't have to develop it. Awesome. Don't have to change things.
This started out as an ag garden for your son?
This started out as a garden for ourselves. In fact, when it was still owned by others, we put guerrilla gardens out here when it was owned by developers. Yeah. But they would come every spring and cut them down. Yeah. So once we got title to it, we started putting a bit of a garden. It became a personal one. My son decided to do this as a project.
Awesome.
With the produce, so we knew the produce would either go to a shelter or likewise, or we would sell the produce and send the money, which is what we ended up.
Yeah, and it's all been going to the toy shelter, one of my favorite places.
2 years now.
Tell me a little bit, Jenny, about how this stuff has been benefiting the sales have been benefiting the toy shelter.
Previous years, all the donations went to the tourist shelter to help with their programs. This year, we're going to take over the garden, and we're working with the family that owns it, and we're just going to team up and do great things for the community. The food will be given to local food pantries, to go into the food boxes, and just to whoever needs it.
Just giving Mama Rose some tomatoes. How much joy does it bring you to pay this forward?
It brings a lot of joy to pay this forward. This is what we want to do, is feed the people that need the good food.
What about you, Mama Rose?
You know how I feel.